Welcome to Unbelievable Top 10, where we delve into the fascinating corners of history and uncover the unbelievable. Today, we journey across the United States, exploring 10 failed attempts to create new U.S. states. From the 4 western counties of North Carolina voting to secede and create their own state in 1784, to the Mormons proposing the State of Deseret in 1849, we're going to embark on a chronological journey through these intriguing episodes of history. Before we dive into our list, don't forget to subscribe to Unbelievable Top 10 for more fascinating content. Our journey starts in 1784, in the 4 western counties of North Carolina, a year that marked an audacious attempt to create a new state named Franklin. This bold move was spurred by a collective decision of these counties to secede from North Carolina. Their vision was to establish a self-governed region, an entity separate from the constraints of their parent state. However, the path to independence was far from smooth. The secession sparked a series of disputes and controversies that eventually led to their reintegration into North Carolina. This was a turn of events that saw the dream of Franklin statehood fade into the annals of history. But this wasn't the end of the story for these counties. As the tides of time rolled on, they found themselves carving out a new identity as part of a different state, Tennessee. This twist of fate is a testament to the fluid nature of borders and the ever-evolving landscape of statehood. Despite their ambitions, the state of Franklin was short-lived, and the counties were absorbed back into North Carolina. Fast forward to 1772, and we find ourselves in Tennessee, where the Watauga Association was taking shape. This was a bold and audacious move, a group of pioneers defying the norms of their time. They formed their own independent, non-Native American government, a first in North America's history. But these pioneers weren't just content with forming a government, they took things a step further. The association negotiated land leases from the Cherokee Nation, thus securing a home for their fledgling society. They were making their own rules, laying down the law in this new land, all while trying to coexist with the indigenous Cherokee people. Their audacity was admirable, and their efforts were groundbreaking. They were pioneers in the truest sense of the word, carving out a society in the wilderness, far from the established colonies. The Watauga Association was a testament to the spirit of independence and self-governance that is so deeply ingrained in American history. But despite their groundbreaking efforts, the Watauga Association could not sustain itself. It was a unique experiment, a bold attempt at creating a new state in uncharted territory. The Watauga Association was indeed a unique experiment, but it ultimately failed to establish itself as a new state. In 1849, a new state was proposed by the Mormons. They called it the State of Deseret. As pioneers seeking religious freedom, the Mormons presented a grand vision for this state. An expansive territory reaching from the Rocky Mountains to the Sierra Nevada, it was an ambitious proposition to say the least. However, the proposal was met with significant opposition. The primary reasons for rejection were threefold. Firstly, there was the practice of polygamy, a part of Mormon tradition that was met with moral disapproval. Secondly, there were concerns about the institution of slavery. And lastly, the sheer size of the proposed state raised eyebrows in Washington. The Mormons' dream of Deseret was not to be, but this was not the end of their journey. They persisted, and in 1896, their efforts bore fruit as the state of Utah was officially recognized. It was a smaller territory, and the Mormons had to renounce polygamy and slavery, but it was a home for them nonetheless. Despite the grand vision of the Mormons, the state of Deseret was never to be. We now travel to 1850, to a small town in California with a big ambition. Nestled in the Sierra Nevada, the mining town of Ruff made a bold move. Tired of tax laws and mining disputes, the town's miners, led by Englishman E.F. Brundage, declared independence from the United States, forming the Great Republic of Ruff. A constitution was quickly drafted, and Brundage was elected as the first and only president. However, the independent life didn't last long. A mere 3 months later, the townsfolk found themselves missing the comforts of American life, like the 4th of July celebrations, and voted to rejoin the Union, dissolving their brief republic. Despite its fleeting existence, the legacy of the republic lives on. The town still celebrates secession days every year, a nod to their short-lived independence. The independent Republic of Ruff was indeed a unique blip in history, but it too failed to become a new state. Our last stop is in 1961, in a county in Missouri with a peculiar reason for secession. We turn our attention to McDonald County, a region that felt a slight so profound it led them to declare secession from the state. Their grievance? They were left off the state's tourist map. Yes, you heard it right. The omission was taken as a direct affront, as tourism was a crucial part of the county's economy. In response, McDonald County declared itself the McDonald Territory, a move that was more of a protest than a serious bid for statehood. The residents even went as far as to print their own letterhead and car decals, and they organized mock border patrols. This act of rebellion was short-lived, though. The state quickly addressed the issue, reinstating McDonald County on the tourist map. With their point made and the issue resolved, McDonald County ceased its secession and returned to its former status as a county of Missouri. McDonald County may have had a unique reason for secession, but it too was not destined to become a new state. And there we have it, 10 fascinating attempts to create new U.S. states. Each of them, from the western counties of North Carolina's bid to become Franklin, to McDonald County's brief secession from Missouri over a tourism map dispute, is a testament to the dynamic nature of our nation's history. We've seen the Watauga Association in Tennessee, a beacon of self-governance, and the fleeting independence of Ruff and Ready, California. We also delved into the Mormons' ambitious proposition of the State of Deseret, a proposal that was eventually reshaped into the state of Utah. These stories are not just footnotes, but significant chapters in the ever-evolving narrative of the United States. They remind us of the many paths we've walked and the many more we could tread upon. We hope you enjoyed this journey through history. Don't forget to subscribe to Unbelievable Top 10 for more fascinating content. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unbelievable.